Most hater pins. Back with some more of this industry politics. We gonna get into this Big Meech and the start of the 50 Boys clip. See how this shit go.
They started off the 50 Boys.
It was 350 boys. The Flannery brothers, Terry Meech, and Derek.
Alright, so now we know the founding three. The three starters of the 50 Boys is Terry Flannery, Meech Flannery, and who's that third nigga he said? He said a third, he said the Flannery brothers and a third name. Hold on. Can we go back? We go back, because you can't record, you can't rewind these motherfucking shits.
They started off the 50 Boys.
It was 350 boys. The Flannery brothers, Terry Meech, and Derek.
Derek.
Meech was like lieutenant, so he was over us. I sold a lot of the stuff, and if we had like some problems or something, I was gonna help protect the crew. Terry was the businessman. He kept the tracks, the money, and everything.
After hours. So hold on. So it sounds like Meech ran the crew, the 50 Boys. Terry handled the money and the business, and Derek was the muscle and the enforcer.
After we finished hustling or whatever, my brother, he really wasn't the party type, you know what I'm saying? Because he didn't drink or smoke or nothing. Back then, I was drinking and smoking weed.
That must be Meech talking about Terry. Must be saying Terry didn't drink or smoke. So that makes sense why Terry handled the money and handled the business part, because he was the most sober-minded.
At first, the Meechers didn't want me to sell drugs, but I became a 50 boy. They were selling 50 rocks, I was selling 50 powder.
We hustled from the time we got up from 6:30 in the morning to what? Sometime 2 or 3 the next morning.
They started off the 50.
So yeah, they breaking down the origin of the 50 Boys, who would later be called BMF. Like, so before it was BMF, they was the 50 Boys, and the original 50 Boys was Meech, Terry, and this dude right here named Derek. So Meech, Terry, and Derek. Meech was the leader. I guess they started this crew when they was fucking with ED. So I don't think they was calling ED the boss. I think ED was like the plug. They was getting I don't know if they was how they structured it, like, oh, we working for ED, or like he's just the plug. We just go to him and get the work and this and a third. Or this nigga ED fronted them some work, so he basically, y'all work for the nigga. Like, he front you some work, you damn near work for the nigga. So I believe the way he said, because he said lieutenant. He didn't say like the boss. Basically, lieutenant, you still got somebody you answer to. So I'm figuring he left that gap in there to show ED was basically running or overseeing they shit. But if you just want to put it, Meech was the boss. Terry was the business. He was the second in command with the business and the money. And then Derek was the muscle and the enforcer. And that was the start of the 50 Boys. And I guess from the 50 Boys, that's when, I guess, time passes, situations happen, life happens. They evolve from the 50 Boys into the what we know as BMF. But that sounds like another video. These clips, you already know, these shorts are short. So we just going to run through them. And this one, we're going to leave right here. Most hated pins, I'm out this bitch.